Welcome to our study of Thessalonians, day 1, chapter 1. I'm so glad that you guys have joined us here on Live Abnormal. Thessalonians was a letter that was written by Paul to the Thessalonica church. He was encouraging them to be good examples and to tell them that they have been such good examples. Well, I don't always want to be an example. I just want you to follow Christ. You know, that's easily said. But I know that people are watching me. You know how I know that? Because occasionally I'll get an email and they say things like this. Were you at this store at this particular time? Because I saw you. They don't come up and talk to me. They just send me a message. Let me give you some advice. Come up and talk to me. It would make my day. Don't just stand there creepy behind the produce and stare at me. Why? Because it makes me feel weird. But I know that people are coming and they're watching me. Why? Because I am the crazy Live Abnormal lady. But more than that, I hope that they watch me because I'm a Christ follower. And I hope when they see me in public that I am representing Christ well. If you see me in public and I'm not being perfect, well, that's because I'm human. I'm trying to be a good example for the rest of the world. I'm trying to be like the Thessalonica church. Paul said this. He said, you guys are following our example as we follow Christ's example. Yes, that's exactly what they were doing. They were doing a very good job. They had strong convictions, and so they didn't go to particular places, and they didn't do particular things. Why? Because they wanted to be a good example. I ask you today, are you being a good example? If someone saw you and they said that you were the Christian that they were following, would you be a good representation of Christ? Would you go to the places that you go if you knew that you were the only thing that they saw that was represented by Jesus? Would you do the things that you do? Would you act the way you act? I encourage you as a Christ follower to live and walk abnormally. What does that mean? That means that you have deep convictions on the way you act in public and in your private life because of one reason. Because you follow Christ and others follow your example as you follow Christ. We all want to strive to live abnormal as a Christ follower and be a good example like the Thessalonica church. Live abnormal.